Oh, let's get some current events on the phone. Google.
The Olympics.
And we're live.
I don't care about no Olympics.
The truth may hurt, but the truth is, Detroit
Snow.
Detroit is armed and dangerous. Detroit is bleeding.
Fox 2's Camille Leary is live in Detroit with more. What led up to the assault, Camille? Well, Robin, right now we are at Myers and 7 Mile. The assault happened.
Detroit erupted in flames in riot.
motherfucking dog pound. It's definitely in the motherfucking house. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
when I let my nuts hang, do my thing quickly, slowly, but surely. Niggas like yourself best to act like you know.
Starting shit cause these niggas mad dogging me. So now it's time for me to release the fucking hoe in me. I put my hand on my heat, peep, we 4 deep. That nigga Dazbor and G, me and Snoop Doggy Dogg in a 93 Jeep. It don't stop, Glock in the backpack, a fat knot. Anybody kill us, so what's up, corrupting that nigga down?
I'm 2 niggas who don't give a fuck.
shit. Yeah. I like that shit. You know, I like that gangster shit. This is definitely some of that shit. Nigga kick back, smoke a fat ass joint too. You know what I'm saying? Dog pound in the house.
Okay, last song. Do we see any topics on Google? Let me go to Google right quick.
Hocus Pocus. Chocolate tie. Backyard boogie. Stress. Pretend. The design. So what you want me to do?
Smoke, smoke on. Smoke on, smoke on. Smoke, smoke, smoke on. Smoke on, smoke on.
You see, way back in the days on 10th and Lime, it was on. I'd wake up in the morning just to get my come up on. It was me and my cousin, sleeping in the same bed, smoking on the same bud, giving up that family love. And it wasn't no motherfucking thing to push a little cane on the side while I gang bang. That's what my hustle was about. It was 17 niggas in a little ass house, destined, questioned to be on top. We was broke as a motherfucker out to plot, not knowing what's finna pop. I'm selling tapes and cabbie on the dope spot. Whatever it takes to get it laid, cause I don't like to dream about getting paid. So I guess you can say I'm blessed. So here's a toast to my success. Let's get our smoke on.
Smoke, smoke on. Smoke on, smoke on. Smoke, smoke, smoke on. Smoke on, smoke on.
Another day, another dollar for the S. I guess I'm blessed. Since I'm young and black with excessive stress. To a nigga mind sometime, but then again, I think of all the homies stretched in the pen. Doing time just to get no swole. I ain't forgot about you niggas, shit, I'm still on parole. But in the meantime, I watch your back. Send you some snaps and give your woman a dope sack. And when you finally get out the dope, put your mind on your money and know what you out for. Check your game and put your load down. You see, real niggas stay up while punk niggas fall down. It's only right for me to tell you this. Buy game when it's sold, but I ain't trying to sell you
hand
this.
clap
A
shit?
little something from the motherfucking dog.
We got hand
Hold
clap
up,
shit?
I'm caught up, back to the chronic small.
You want a golf clap?
Huh?
You want a golf clap? Was that my misunderstanding?
No, you know how they have special effects. I used to have them on my
Oh.
phone. And right after this, I can go in there and, you know.
I can make an applause sound.
Yeah, that's what I want to make a applause sound. All right, here we go.
Okay, 3, 2.
And the crowd goes crazy. But we don't have the crowd yet. Okay, yeah. We got a makeshift crowd today. Hey, this is T, your boy T Money Green, with the new Bass in Your Face show, powered by 5XL. But we have a sponsor now. And our sponsors are, hold on, we're going to play the sponsor spot.
Oh, you want me to make?
Yeah.
That'd be Synectics Media for all your media needs in Southeast Michigan. Just go to s13a.com. That's s13a.com.
Damn, we're moving on up. So what's up, homegirl? You all right? Your mic can't work?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Keep your mic on at all times. I might have something, I have a question for you.
All right.
Are we sitting here, Dr. Gail Sue, who's in the house today?
Hello.
Yeah, my boy Mike McClintock's in the house.
Hey.
Yeah, and we got a sponsor. So we gonna sit up and talk. First of all, I know the snow is just like getting out of hand, but we're used to it, right?
You live in Michigan.
You're used to it. I mean, all that crybaby, drop the crybaby and get out in it. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't do much shoveling. Gail loves to shovel. She was just shoveling out there. Like, are you getting paid for that?
Yep.
We needed somewhere to walk.
We had like 18 inches in the street, and my wife just schooled all the guys in the neighborhood. Was like, get out of the way. I'm going to take this minivan through it all. I'll show you how it's done.
Damn.
It was like a pro.
Really? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was like, take the truck. She's like, nah, I got this.
Yeah, I got the minivan with the soccer balls and shit in the back. Well, I hear people complain about it, but yeah, I wish I was in L.A. right now, not dealing with it. But I do know that the snow is coming. And then I guess the groundhog is for real, huh? He said, no, I don't see my shadow 6 more weeks. Is that how it is if he sees his shadow?
I think I missed it.
Yeah. First of all, they said it's 6 more weeks of winter.
Well, they were right.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it, right? So wait, I mean, how does it go? If he sees his shadow or if he don't see it? I can't remember how that goes. Yeah, you're the doctor. You should know.
I'm not a veterinarian.
I think they just flip a coin.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I
Just
think
make up
it's
some
Michigan. It's still going to be 6 more weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 more weeks anyway.
Right. it's going to be regardless.
Yeah. So you don't even need a groundhog.
How's he not going to see a shadow anyway?
I know, yeah.
It's not coming out at midnight.
Right, yeah. So, I've been believing that all these years.
He comes out, he sees a shadow. He always sees a shadow, and it still isn't the end of winter.
Right. He just comes out, sees a shadow, and waves at it and goes back.
You don't get the day off from work, so what's the big deal?
Yeah, you don't get nothing off. But I will tell you one thing. Kids ain't had no school this year. I mean, when we were kids, the snow would have to be over your head before your mama not send you out.
And
I'd be
you were
like,
still
Mom,
going.
the snow is up to my waist, Mom. Get on out there. And you would walk to school.
Yeah.
It's bad enough kids don't walk to school no more. They all get dropped off. Now, we come from where we walk to school. I can understand how we appreciate stuff more than our kids do because everything is easy. We didn't have no cell phones to occupy our time with, so you had to be more creative. You know what I mean? We would get in the laundry box, the laundry basket, and roll down the steps. You know what I mean? Like do. That used to be fun. I mean, kids wouldn't do that now. They can get on their cell phones and fly. I mean, they can do all kind of stuff. So, I like that I come from an era where we had to think first. I mean, these kids are smart as hell. Don't get me wrong, but that no street sense and that all of that. If I didn't have street sense, I don't even think I would even came close to making it. So the kids that don't know it, but they're smart as hell in books and stuff, you short. You short of what you need out here in the street. Because if you don't know that dark-ass street that look like you shouldn't walk down it, maybe you shouldn't walk down it.
Yeah.
But if you're a book guy, it's like, hey, I'm just walking down the street. You know what I mean?
Let me check out Zagats online, see what it says.
Yeah, me. I'm like,
Has anybody got Waze?
You know what I mean? Or you looking for the Pokemon. I see people looking at trees for Pokemon. I'm like, where is it? So we don't have none of that. And I didn't have any of it. And I think I'm kind of grateful for that. The last time I was here, I was bragging about the New England Patriots was going to win the Super Bowl. Well, I lost.
They got robbed.
I ain't going to say they got robbed. They lost. Football, all sports to me, are all fake now. They just seem fake, the whole way they ran and everything.
Did anybody ask Calvin Johnson if that was a touchdown?
Yeah, right. What about that? They took it from him in the game, but then this was like...
I mean, the rule is named after him. Can we get a ruling?
Yeah, it is, right?
He didn't say anything,
I know,
You'd think he'd have been on Twitter.
I would have been on it like, that is not a catch. Because you get it, you hold it, you fumbling a little bit, you fall, it comes out, but you got it, and it's a touchdown.
When the one before that, where he kind of bobbled it,
right.
and took 2 steps, but the third one was out of bounds. And
right.
And Chris Collinsworth is still pissed off about it.
Yeah, because if that was...
Like, I don't know anything about it now.
Yeah, it's all changed.
You can't tell me what it is.
No, it's all changed. I will say that it's entertaining, but I don't take sports serious. I would never bet. Like, we had a little $10 bet at home.
Yeah.
That's as far as it'll get with me.
Man.
But, some guy put $15 million on the Eagles in Vegas. Now, that kind of tells you, right then you were like,
Well, they're going to change the catch rule, and all the touchdowns in the Super Bowl are reviewed by New York.
Right.
So maybe they know what rule they're planning on putting in. They were just accustoming everybody to it.
I'm trying to tell you, yeah. Yeah, this is just getting a little out of hand.
Because neither one of those were cut and dry.
No. And you know what? Sports ain't been solid since the Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns fight. Everything else, Marvin, Sugar Ray Leonard, Hearns, that was phony. Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard was really phony. Hagler held him up one time, hit him one time. He was about to fall out.
You don't think any of them Mike Tyson fights were?
Well, Mike Tyson, yeah, his fights was cut and dry, Yeah. The thing is, I will say this.
Collective 40 seconds.
I will say this. They primed him to fight a bunch of nobodies, even if they had a name, but they were nobodies because they had been out of the mix for a long time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now when he finally fought somebody that was in the contender, he lost.
Yeah.
In Japan, he was on his knees looking for his... And you never seen Mike like that, on his knees looking for his mouthpiece. You dizzy.
It wasn't too often that he actually got hit because the fight only lasted 18 seconds.
Right. So if you can make the fight last 20 minutes...
Come out with a sledgehammer.
Yeah. If you can make the fight last 20 minutes, you probably win. So I seen him go, they say he's training up now to do a fight. But
Mike Tyson?
yeah, I mean,
Isn't he like 50?
Yeah, he is. Man. They say
Who does he
he's
think
in
he
great
is? George
shape.
Foreman?
He'll
Yeah.
be looking for his hearing aid.
And even Foreman had to stop. I mean,
Right.
Larry Holmes, all those guys. When you're old, you get old. Muhammad Ali, I saw him take a beating. When he shouldn't have been fighting no more. But you get hooked on that limelight. You get hooked on the crowd and
That's
all
what
of that.
Gronk looked like.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Gronkowski looks.
Yeah, he looks a little beat up.
He's
man.
he was taking a beating.
Yeah, he was. And then they had him on. He had got a concussion, a little bit of concussion
That
for the last game.
CTE, that Parkinson's looking stuff.
Yeah. It's some serious. It ain't even really worth it to put.
Well, he was going full speed, but man, he was limping all the way down the field. Like,
Yeah,
he was something.
Well, Mike, what your kids do? Your kids are into sports.
Yep, soccer, a little karate.
Okay.
We always play a little baseball.
Well, that ain't bad right
Yeah.
there. You're not gonna push them. If one of them wanted to play football, would you push it?
I wouldn't push it, but I might be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was a middle linebacker, so I had a lot of concussions. But I was just talking to a guy the other day. I was a catcher for like a lot of years, and there's a ton of catchers. We take a beating with that ball fly. You get a foul ball in the face like 400 or 500 times.
Right. Wow.
So they got these masks now with springs in them to alleviate that. But not when I was playing.
Right.
We just took the concussions and kept on going. I was reading the symptoms of like what happens to you, and I was like, oh, I thought that was just because it was hot out.
Yeah, right.
Wow, I must have had like 50 concussions.
That's what I'm saying, man. I remember I was.
That's why I can't remember anybody's name.
That happens. Look, I was backing up one time in a friend's driveway, and then when I turned around, I tripped over something, and the bottom of my neck hit this car bumper.
Yeah.
And I mean, I went home dazed like I don't know what. That was probably a concussion right there.
Right, exactly.
Because I mean, everything all of a sudden was foggy. Like I was like, let me take my ass.
I had him on the field. I would be like in the game, like I didn't know practically what team I was on, and I just, but we just kept going.
Jeez, see what I mean? It ain't even worth it, really. You didn't even go that route. All them concussions for nothing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, you got a concussion or two yourself, right, Sue?
No.
Oh, you did not. I'm sorry, wrong Sue.
Maybe when I was a baby or something.
Oh, somebody dropped you.
Ran into the furniture.
Yeah. I mean, concussions are probably something that we all have,
right?
On a regular basis, don't really pay attention to it.
Yep.
But I know you should probably get it checked. So I know all the football, and like I said, now it's no football, no baseball. I mean, it's boring as hell. All your shows are in, getting their new seasons ready. And this is the time when most crime is up.
But it's the best time to be a Lions fan because it's off season.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
Yeah,
it's before the draft, so everything's possible.
Right.
And you got the new head coach.
Right.
So now we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Until September.
Right.
I'm telling you, this is my favorite time to be a Lions
really?
fan.
Damn. I got that. Makes sense.
And then the week before free agency, it's awesome.
Right.
Right? Because it's all possible at that point.
Right. Jeez.
So where's the draft supposed to be this year?
The draft?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
I know they're talking about maybe it being here soon, but not this year.
We don't care about the draft. We'll never get no good people.
Stafford.
Yeah. Wow. It's another quarterback. What's his name? That beat Stafford as
Garoppolo.
Yeah. Who's Garoppolo? That sounds like a fish, don't it?
Yeah. I'll have the smoked Garoppolo.
Yeah, that sounds like,
What kind of vegetable comes with that?
So what team is he playing with?
San Francisco
San
now.
Francisco.
He's played like 5 games.
Really?
I think he's like 5-0 as a starter. And then he's just got, but then there's going to be 5 more contracts for quarterbacks in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And make his look like chopped liver.
Jeez.
That's what Stafford said. He's like, I got the best contract now, but, give it a few months.
Yeah, somebody will beat
Aaron
that.
Rodgers needs an extension.
Wow.
Drew Brees is a free agent, so Drew Brees is going to get like $6 billion.
Right.
Something like that.
And
They're going to have to
Brady,
give him
so
a
they
part
got-
of the team. They won't even have enough cash flow to pay
So
Drew
I wonder
Brees.
how much Brady make.
No, he doesn't make a lot. He took a lot of pay cuts so they could keep the team together.
Now see that's the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think if the Lions get close,
Yeah.
Stafford's restructured his contract about 800 times.
Yeah.
I think when he restructured he agreed to restructure his contract when they were doing the Sue thing.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but
So-
a couple times he did it for I think Calvin. Calvin restructured his deal too.
right. I remember he restructured.
Sue didn't
his.
restructure his deal.
No. He said, "Fuck the Lions." and
He's
went
like,
on
I
to
need to be a
Miami.
billionaire. I got shit to do. Warren Buffett
Right, I
told
got
me,
stuff
fuck
to
that
do.
shit.
Yeah, I got shit to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because one thing, now he's on Miami, and he's still stumping people out. You
Yeah.
just don't hear about him as much.
He's
but
not as good.
Yeah, he's a little tired. He stump you. He gets one every 2 games. I mean, every before the season is over, he gonna stump 2 people out.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here, he was stumping them out and kicking them and everything else. But that's football, man. The old days, all that worked. The guys would just get up and fight.
Head slap was part of the repertoire.
Right. Now you can't do nothing. And definitely don't kick hit the field goal kicker. I mean, the punt.
Yeah. Or don't
the
hit
punter.
somebody coming across the middle.
Right.
You
Yeah,
gotta
you
give him
can't
a
do
kiss on the
nothing.
cheek
Yeah.
now.
The NFL has gone to shit, man. And then Brady with that fumble, man. My brother I was about to win again for the last 4 years in a row. And my brother came up because he's like, "You're the luckiest motherfucker." As soon as he said that, Brady got the ball knocked out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And, and my brother was just so happy. He won the money. I couldn't believe it.
I was in the running all 4 quarters. I won the first quarter.
Okay.
And I was close at the end, but I knew they were going to have to go for 2.
Right.
I would have won the 4th quarter, and
Yeah.
I would have won the whole thing. But because that guy dropped the snap on the extra point,
Yeah.
that made the math such that they would need to go for 2.
Right.
Otherwise, they would have just kicked the field. They would just kick the extra point, and I would have won twice.
Damn.
So they screwed me. But then everybody in the world that had 2 and 2 on their squares
Right.
was pissed.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the game, and there's like 800,000 people now that are like, "Oh yeah, 2 and 2. Those are my numbers in the second quarter." When the hell has that ever happened?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. Yeah.
22-12 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's never 2 and 2.
Right. To me, so
See,
that's
we
what
got
I
2
mean.
and 2 in the Super Bowl squares and a freaking meteor coming over our head.
Man.
I don't know what the third thing's going to be, but
I think it's just going to be that alien is going to come up out that meteor and
Yep.
say, "Hey guys,
yep,
try the new iPhone 15."
you're all
You know what I mean?
you're all living in a simulation anyway.
Right. Hey, because you see
glitch.
Sophie the robot. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, she's sexy now talking shit.
Maybe.
I mean, like, she's saying too much shit to me, man. I want to see all Americans in the American zoo. Like, the aliens that come watch
Right.
us in the zoo, man.
We probably already are. We just don't know it.
It feels like we're in the damn zoo.
Like, have you ever been to the Disney version of the zoo? What's that called? Animal Kingdom?
Okay,
You
yeah.
think they know
yeah.
they're in a zoo?
Right, no, not living
Probably
like
not.
that. Hell
I
no.
mean, that's all hooked up there. That's pretty big.
I went in a simulation machine out there in Florida.
I don't
at
like it.
Epcot.
Oh.
At the Epcot Center. Had a real nice simulation where, at one point you are drifting over New York skyline.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the wind kind of blowing in your face while you do it. I just thought that was the most fantastic shit. I didn't know it was
Mm-hmm.
called a simulator. That was the first time I ever been in a simulator. I think those things are fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to the Back to the Future ride in Los Angeles. Same thing, man. It's a simulator. You sitting there, but it's got the car that it moves
Yeah.
to make you feel like you're going through all of that stuff, man. But then when you look right across down there, you see ain't nobody moving, And I was like, man, this is kind of fantastic. So, man, I'm waiting I'll live in a simulated world
Mm-hmm.
where everything is beautiful if you want it beautiful. Like you can pick the color day you want. I want it overcast. Flick that.
Would
I
you
don't
really
know.
pick that though?
I might.
You might be like, I would.
Yeah, a little overcast
much
rain.
sun.
Yeah, I like overcast rainy days. I can pick up my bass, come up with shit
Mm-hmm.
all the time when it's that
No,
kind of-
I prefer it too.
Yeah.
I would rather have a rainy day and a
Yeah.
thunderstorm day when it's muggy.
Yeah.
That's the best time.
Yeah, I think so. I really like that compared to
Mm-hmm.
the bright, sunny, hot. Damn sure don't like no hot day. So usually I would complain about this winter, and I haven't because in a minute it's gonna be hot, and
Yep.
that's when I'm saving my complaints for the
But when it's too
for the
hot,
90 degrees. Yeah, I can't take it, man. That shit
Yeah.
is horrible,
It's
man.
too humid for you.
Yeah, too humid, it's ugly. Hey, we were talking about the flu shot before.
mm-hmm.
Mike, did you get a flu shot this year?
Hell no.
This is smart. Now, Gail has to get one as a doctor. Ain't
Yeah.
that a bitch?
They won't
Yeah.
let me work with
That's
them.
what Rachel changes jobs if she has to.
Really?
Fuck that. She don't
Yeah.
want to.
That's what I'm saying. I just think the flu shot is just.
A lot of people got it this year, and a lot of people that got the flu shot.
Yeah, got it.
Got the flu.
Oh, yeah. Everybody I know that had a flu shot is sick from the flu at one point or something. Now, Gil didn't get
The
sick.
flu shot this year didn't protect against the really bad flu that was going around.
It protected
So
against the that
it-
can't nobody have no more babies or some shit. I mean, you know, we
Yeah.
don't really know what they doing to us, to tell the truth. X1N1.
Yeah,
You know, they
I
got
mean,
all
they
these-
just for the flu shot, they just like guess like, oh, I think it's going to be this strain of flu, and then it doesn't. Like this year, it was not the strain that
it was
went
a different
around.
one.
Right.
So it was like basically useless this year.
See what I mean?
We're only
But yes,
halfway through the season.
halfway through.
Halfway through.
That's some bullshit. You got to take another one?
No,
Okay.
not till next season.
Damn. Luckily, you haven't been sick. Otherwise, I would not go along with you taking the flu shot. Because I just think they're always experimenting. I looked at
So
some
you didn't get
side-
a flu shot either.
Yeah, well, flu shot. Never. And I never get sick, though, Mike. Well, now I'm on 30 supplements a day. But I'd rather be on them. We cut back on some things, though, like I was taking a high blood pressure pill that is not really great for African Americans. It's called lisinopril.
Oh yeah,
Now,
that's bad for the kidneys.
if you look at lisinopril, it's bad for a lot of things. They have 5 dangerous side effects, which I was starting to suffer from. My hands were shaking like I had Parkinson's and shit. And I mean, you have to find that stuff out because I was like, why am I, doing that? I mean, when you know it makes it easy. Like if I'm gonna catch a cold, I can feel it a week coming on. You know what I mean? I know it's coming. And when I saw my hands shaking like that, man, it was just I wanted to know what was causing that. And then as I looked up the symptoms, because I get muscle cramps, and cramps are hard. Charlie horses, the fuckers hurt, man.
Yeah, well, I think that's a diuretic, isn't it? Lisinopril?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
So,
a
yeah.
diuretic too.
So
Yeah,
then you're
So
dehydrated.
It's taking too much out. That's what was happening to me. Oh, so you saw me at the show when we did the show,
Yep.
and my hands started cramping up, and
Yep.
I started getting cramps in my stomach.
Yep.
Nobody knows because I
But
got
not
to keep
till
a
you
smile
started
on my
sweating.
face. Not till I started sweating. Right. As soon as I started sweating, those things happen. Because I can't afford to lose any water. Matter of fact, I'm sprinkling a teeny bit more salt on my food these days than I have been because I usually don't. But I
already
know that
eating some
salt,
almonds.
to hold some water a little bit, But that, along with this pill called Mobic, which is good for,
Your arthritis pain.
yeah, for arthritis pain and what's it called when you start getting swelling on your knee?
Edema.
No,
Diffusion.
inflammation.
Yeah,
The inflammation. So it's good for that. But guess what? So that day when I said, man, I ain't gonna cramp on the show, I ain't taking none of my shit except for my lisinopril and my Mobic. I took the two worst things,
Yeah.
man, that made me like immediately start.
You
so
like almond milk?
I don't like milk. I gave up milk at a newborn.
Well, try almond. It don't taste like milk. It's got a lot of potassium.
That's not good for the environment, though. It's not really milk. Just eat some almonds and drink some water.
Well, that's all almond milk is. It's just crunched up almonds and water.
Well, it'd be better for the environment.
You
Just
don't eat cereal with milk?
Eat some almonds and drink
I
some
don't eat
water.
cereal.
Oh.
I'm telling you, at
I
newborn,
believe.
I stopped the titty. My mother tried the titty one time.
No Count Chocula for you?
No titty. No Count Chocolate. It was Captain Crunch for a minute.
Oh, well, yeah. That's
In
what I was
the
going to say.
beginning.
That was my
very
next
beginning.
question.
That's
No
the
Captain
sugar
Crunch?
thing.
And it was Raisin Bran,
Oh.
and it was Chex.
Oh, yeah. Well, Chex is good.
I just like that wheat taste, but
Oh, no. I thought you meant rice Chex.
no, I
Wheat
meant
Chex?
the big squares
Who
that
are
used to
you?
break up. Hey man, I'm 61 years old. What is that? About 10 years older than you anyway?
15.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, man, that shit was that big thing they put in your bowl and you chop it up. It's crunchy, and I like the crunchy part of it.
Oh, yeah.
But milk has changed, just like chocolate changed. Chocolate, I used to eat a lot of regular chocolate. The chocolate is so different now that immediately when I eat something, man, I have to throw up.
You got lactose intolerance.
Yeah, but
probably.
dark chocolate is cool with me.
Plus, they don't put sugar in it anymore. They put high fructose corn
That's what
syrup.
I mean. See, it's different
Yeah.
things
Well,
that's
why
put in stuff.
I'm gluten free and gave up sugar and all that stuff.
Everything, huh?
Yeah.
How you give up sugar though, Mike?
Takes
Like if
a-
it was some
takes a-
donuts in there, you wouldn't eat
I
one?
wouldn't touch them now at a 10,000 foot pole.
What?
Yeah, because of the gluten.
I came in looking for the donut.
No, I can't.
No,
Don't do it.
We had donuts last time. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all baited me in.
People look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, I can't eat it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're gluten free by choice or because you need to be?
Because I need to be. So I have Crohn's
Ooh.
and rheumatoid arthritis and a couple other things that are that. But
Damn, you look so normal.
As long as because I don't eat any gluten. I'm fine now. And the doctor was like, no, you're full of shit. It ain't going to happen. It's not it. And then all of a sudden he was like, well, I guess you're right. Okay. And he writes it down in the chart. See you later.
Jeez.
It's got a clinical diagnosis.
Doctors don't care, but I'm thankful for my insurance, man. I used to didn't have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And then they look at you like you ain't shit when you don't have insurance. Mm-hmm. I do like the fact that then I get my copay, it's $0 for my prescriptions and stuff.
Well, it must be nice.
It is, yeah, it is. And I know it won't last long because we got a president attacking all of that stuff. But, hopefully I can just roll right along for a minute. Immediately I'm getting ready to run to the dentist, get some shit. You just get all the things fixed.
Mm-hmm.
In case they snatch it from you, you have to do another 10 years without insurance. At least you can know where you're at. Or at least a little bit where you're at. Mm-hmm. Life of the ghetto, man. That's life of the ghetto. Hey, I'm telling you, that's what it is. So now, Mike, we've been doing a lot of things.
Yep.
Can you just tell my people what else you do? Because this is a very smart man here.
I do. We do a lot of software development.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. Mostly in the marketing space. And then we produce all kinds of cool stuff because that's fun.
Yeah.
And we can.
Damn.
So, that's what we like to work with musicians and make cool videos and just do cool shit, that people want to watch instead of commercials.
We should make an AI musician that Sophie will fall in love with.
That's I
love him.
We could do that.
And then we program him to not take none of her shit. And there it goes once again.
Comes all back circle.
Yeah, right.
See, I got a confession, though. I was listening to the songs in the beginning, and I knew who was playing the bass.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until today, after how many years?
Right.
That I heard some of the vocals and went, holy shit, I didn't realize.
I'm singing a lot of stuff.
A lot of that stuff you were singing. I knew you were playing, but I didn't know you were singing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, man. It's bad that they try to keep a lot of the credits away from you. Mm-hmm. But that was the West Coast, and I'm from Detroit, but I brought so many Detroiters that I get a pass. So, I sing a lot of different parts of songs and stuff like that in the very beginning. And then after that, then I brought in better singers. People that because I just like to play the bass.
On Doggy Dog, it never clicked.
Yeah.
In, what is that, 25 years old now?
Right, yeah.
It never clicked.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened.
And then I'm like, it's 2018, and I'm like, how did what?
I know, right? I got
what happened?
I got an offer to play. I'm gonna be playing the 20th at the DIA.
Yeah.
With this guy Nick Speed, which is for the Pistons. But it's like a celebratory type of thing, and they asked me what I play. It's about 10 songs, but it's only 25 minutes worth of entertainment. So I said, wow, that'll be pretty good, And
so you're gonna give him a big old medley of all the.
Well, he giving me a list, but they giving me a list because and whatever they want, that's why I told them, man, get it to me right quick, because I'm not a guy who like to. A lot of the...
So they're saying they got too many corporate people there and they don't want Doggy Dog.
Yeah, well, they right now. But they going to want something close. But what I don't like is to be put in a situation where we can't rehearse.
Right.
I have to rehearse before I go. I don't care what it is. It can be your baby's bar mitzvah, but I'm only playing 2 songs. Well, I want to make sure we rehearse those 2 songs enough where I feel good about it.
Right.
Because I'm always representing me, and I don't like sitting nowhere not knowing what the hell is going on. You know what I mean?
Well, the last show I saw with Roadwork, you guys were tight.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many times you rehearsed for that show.
Yeah, 3 times for that.
But that was absolutely to the nanosecond on.
And I tell you what,
so tight.
And that was just an hour show. I kind of like when they have us play an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because we got so many other songs. So it's always so hard picking what not to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, and if they give you an hour and a half, they can give you a sound check for 15 seconds.
Yeah,
then
Oh
too.
my gosh. Yeah. Sound check.
And the sound check really makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And, you know, I applauded my daughter because I told her, I said, you know what? The way that happened to you, most people would crack. I know some pros that would have cracked, got so frustrated and just let it go. But she hung in there. The one mic, you know, when the mic cord came out, she didn't have
the
it
mix
plugged
was
in.
wrong. That's all it was. She was on, she should have been, and it wasn't even, I saw the sheet on the side.
Right.
She was supposed to be larger than everybody.
Right.
And they had her at like 1.
I know, that
Right.
kind of shit.
I mean,
yeah. So I told her, though, you hung in there like a pro because I know a lot of people fold under those situations.
Yep.
Shit, if it's too bad, I'm a fold. You know what I mean? I mean, for real. Like, I try to stay professional, but before you know it, now I'm cussing the sound man out.
But everybody else, B-Def, Aaron, who's
Aaron, colorblind.
Colorblind, all 3 of them, they all 3 looked at each other and just literally made up something on the spot and covered it. She did, because you couldn't hear nothing.
Right, yeah.
She was.
She couldn't hear it.
All I could literally almost hear her voice, not through the PA.
Right.
And they were like,
right. They
did some hand signals and shit, and somebody, you know, and then
that's why I did.
They went back to it.
That's why I did her second song because I was like, hold on, we're gonna make sure you get heard on this second one because by then I know they know the mic is up. But she handled it like a pro, man. I'm really.
She did.
I'm really excited and proud that she's come a long way with that. My oldest daughter's been checking in a lot. I'm really happy about that, and my kids. So you know. When you got kids, it's like you, Mike. You working hard and shit to leave shit for your kids. Period. And I know you are. And it's not a man that cares about his kids on this earth that wouldn't be working towards that. I don't care what's happened in the past. It's all about trying to get some shit to make sure that they can have a little better than you had it. That's all.
Yep.
That's all.
Gotta leave a legacy.
Yeah, you know, and that's to me so more important than, okay, yeah, I wasn't there for 2 years or I only seen you every summer for 10 years. I don't care. That has nothing to do with it because life's a bitch, then you die as it is. So if you putting it together and, you know, you putting things together and you got a plan to put it together to make sure your children can benefit from where you've gone. Because I did all this work. Like sometimes I have to remind my son, like, hey, bro, it was me that had to duck Suge, okay? Not you. You know what I mean? Like, it was me who didn't want to get beat down.
Yep.
You know.
That's a nice bracelet.
Yeah, right. Let me snatch that from your ass. So, luckily, that was it, because...
It's like Bob Kraft and
like,
Putin.
you could have that shit. I was like, and then I pretend like it was something I couldn't live without. But then it was like, yeah, man, give me his bracelet back. And the guy was like, fuck him. I was like, yeah, I don't need that old piece of shit bracelet. I'll buy another one. And that's what I did. You know, but somebody else would have been like, he said, give me my bracelet before you. Now you getting pistol whipped by both of them.
That's a rough day at the office. And shit that you had to do with Suge.
When you're from Detroit, though, you know about how
you know not to go down that road, that dark alley.
And that's important because a lot of people don't, and then they wind up going down it, and then wind up hurting. I've seen a lot of people
like, hey, this isn't right.
I've seen a lot of people hurting, and the ones that I didn't see that was hurt was dead. So, you know, and I mean, I would see the security guard at the door, and I really, you know, give him a shake every time and happy to see him. And then next week, I'm like, man, where my man at that was in? Like, oh, man, he got killed last night. I'd be like, ooh.
Did you see that new show coming out?
The Death Row Chronicles.
With Tupac and Biggie?
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a, no,
like
I want to see what that's about.
Like what really happened in the crime or something?
Yeah. Well, they got too many. I've been listening to the theories and everything. You know, flat out they was murdered. Now they got to just try to find out who's responsible for that.
Right.
You know, each time though, I was listening. You know, when Tupac got shot and Suge, instead of waiting there for the EMS and shit, he took a turn and went down the street looking for the hospital. Well, you looking for the hospital. Then he hit a embankment and couldn't go no further. Okay. And so then the EMS come. I'm like, why don't you just, you know, like be still? Biggie the same way. They were going and the guys took another turn to go find the hospital, Santa Monica Hospital.
Yeah.
Now they driving 10 minutes out the way.
Right.
You know, you almost think, is that planned? Like, you know.
Yeah, because the EMS guys generally have a reasonable sense of direction about where the fucking hospital is.
Yeah, right. And they can cut the thing on and speed through lights and
right,
shit.
Exactly.
And they got shit.
And they can do something.
They can work on you in there.
Fast,
Right, and they can work on you while they're in there. So it's almost like,
Well, maybe they did that. They're like, well, let's go do donuts for 20 minutes and make sure this is done.
Well, no, that's what the homeboys did in the truck. Let's stop for that burger right quick. Well, Biggie, you gonna be all right for about 5 more minutes. Instead of like shoot his ass right to the hospital.
Yeah.
Or wait for the EMS. You know what I mean? I was listening to the Suge story. He talking about Pac looking at, man, don't worry about me. You bleeding too. You been shot in the head. Look how much blood. You ain't see no scrapes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how you get shot in the head and they had a scrape in it? It seemed to me like he took his thumbnail and just grabbed it. I'm bleeding too. Oh, man. Tupac got 9 bullets in him. You talking about your little grays. So murder is murder, man. And it's, that just ruined and it was funny how that happened. Tupac first and then Biggie right after that.
Right.
And then how they was going at each other and Tupac talking about I fucked your wife and, it's just, and they said Biggie had threats all the week before going. Well, why go? If you tell me, yeah, bring your ass on out here, motherfucker, we can't wait to see it. Then I'm like, I might postpone that trip.
Maybe I got something else
Yeah,
to
let
do.
me do this in New York right quick. Some people just, that's what I mean about wanting it so bad, man. You got to, understand that, life is short.
Right.
And you can make it shorter by wanting things that probably aren't for you. You know what I mean? If it's not coming reasonably, kind of, like I started playing bass, it wasn't that hard. I mean, it seemed like every month I was getting better at it.
Right.
It seemed like probably if I hadn't got where in the first year I'm still doing two, I probably would have quit.
Mm-hmm.
But it started just showing me that this is something I can do. Because I played drums for a month.
Yeah.
I tried piano for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And guitar. And it just didn't.
Well, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing the bass worked out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because, man, look, I was able to save the fucking world.
Right. I mean, if the bass didn't work out, just think of how many trunks would have been saved
I know, right?
on the cars.
Yeah, the rattle.
You made a whole. You are responsible for more noise nuisance abatement legislation in localities in all across America. There's 15,000 communities that have a Tony Green bass trunk, $400 ticket violation.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And it was funny, too, because I was coming home.
We should do a room like that with just tickets all over it.
Damn,
Noise violations.
Yeah, hey, it was funny because when I was coming home from Death Row and seeing the influence that it was making, like even in my hometown, wasn't nobody waving blue or red flags back in the day.
Yeah.
As soon as I go out there and I come back, now I'm seeing blue and red flags. I'm hearing everybody playing Snoop's music going up and down the highway. It's blasting. And I'm like, man, I'm a part of that, you know? And I feel good about it, even though it was, bitches ain't shit and all of the bad words and stuff. I just didn't care about the vocal content because what I was doing was music.
Yep.
And I think musically we were doing some state-of-the-art great music.
Oh, for sure.
So what was being said and all of that, people being angry about, that didn't matter. But what we were doing was something that, people love today. 25 years later, they still playing Gin and Juice.
Still like Regulate.
Yeah, we're still like Regulate. Gail's son's school plays Gin and Juice. Yeah. With the big fucking orchestra. What is that?
The marching band.
The marching band
plays
like
Gin and Juice.
Jackson State University.
Yeah, it's like 200 of them. How many in that band? Like
260 something.
Yeah, so I heard them. It was like,
so what did the tubas play the bass part?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's pretty sweet, man. and like I heard country and western
card out there.
You heard country and western guys do it. I just want more of the. And Mike, it's happening a lot with me and you. You're able to put my story out there a lot, and I appreciate you for that because I'm not one to really toot my own horn like that, But you putting it out there like you have in the masses like that. it just helps me because a lot was done, man. And when people say, like this one guy said, man, that's damn T, you're a legend, man. I say I think legend is just when you've been in this shit a long time. He said, yeah, but I know people that's been in it way longer than you that didn't do nothing that you did.
Yeah.
So I stopped talking myself down.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed easy for me, you know, like, oh, that's it. But I'm going to start really, and I appreciate it, but I didn't know how to talk like I appreciate it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just something that was done.
Right.
But when people get mad when you don't talk right about it,
right.
like when I be like, oh shit, man, that wasn't that. What is you crazy? That was the best. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Because it was
losing the
different.
argument. Yeah.
There was rap.
Yeah.
And then there was the funk influence, the actual band behind it. Because there was a point where they're just, you know, you had rap and you had synthesizers and drum machines and you had beats and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, it explodes because it's now music.
Right.
Right. It's still got the lyric over top of it. Right. And it's still, but now it's got layers and layers and layers
Different
and
shit
layers,
going on.
and then everybody just decided, well, we better copy this shit.
Yeah.
And
then everybody did.
there was a big change that happened.
Yeah,
you know?
it was. Yeah. And then that was so good that, like they said, rap would change forever when you kill Biggie and Tupac. And it changed. Now the rap is stupid. And they're making a killing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like triple platinum over garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like, back when I was coming up with the Dramatics, we had a gold album, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what we had to do for that gold album. The record was going good on the charts, but we had to get in the bus and go down all the Chitlin Circuit, all down the back roads of Mississippi, back roads of Georgia, all of that, performing all of those places.
Yep.
And then at the end of that run, now we got a gold record.
Yep. Got paid how many times?
Yeah.
Half.
Yeah. And then now, though, you sign with the label. I tell you what, son. Double platinum. How you want to be double platinum? Okay, hold on. Okay, you're double platinum. We're starting you at double platinum. Well, I mean, what is that? You ain't worked for nothing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Or they say, wait till you get to be double platinum, then come back.
Yeah, right. Wait till you really get to be double platinum. So I know. Hey, this was a quick show. That hour goes quick, Mike.
It sure does.
We got a couple songs to go out on, but I appreciate you coming out and
thanks for having me.
You talk to my sponsors again. Would you tell the people who the sponsors are?
Yeah, the sponsors are Synectics Media in Ferndale. Just go to s13a.com for anything you need in Southeast Michigan for media.
Yeah. Make sure you check that out.
Yeah.
Dr. Gail Suhu.
Hello, goodbye.
There you go. Short but sweet. And hey, this is the new home of the T Money Green Show, whatever I decide
Bass
the name
in your
to
face.
be. Yeah, whatever I decide. I'm still working on the name. But in the meantime, you got T Money Green here. I'll be playing songs from the vault that nobody has. And here's two more we're gonna go out on. And what's your name again, sweetie?
Sarah.
Sarah. I won't forget no more Sarah.
Sarah's been working
We got
hard
the beautiful
all day.
Sarah running
Thank
the board.
you.
All right, thanks, Sarah. And look, we're gonna be sounding off here at Podcast Detroit. T Money Green. Thank you very much for listening. Next week we'll see you 1 o'clock. We love you. Peace. We'll never forget you. We'll always remember and cherish you.
I was clapping.
I listen to some of the songs that's in the vault, man. It's just some beautiful fucking material, man.
Yeah.
I almost maybe instead of waiting to see if it cash in, just donate it to somebody.